It's time for the talking to stop. Here comes the Saul Canelo.
This bout,
one of the hottest. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. That jab doesn't find a home. So it's a rematch from 2019 when Jacobs and Alvarez fought for the middleweight title. Let's see who gets the edge in this one after Canelo won by unanimous decision.
Daniel Jacobs is mad because he doesn't think lightning strikes twice in the same place. He needs to change that saying. Yes, it does. He needs to make sure everybody sees it. The judges see it. The referees see it. The decision goes his way. He's not happy.
Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What a huge moment. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen him up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Oh, boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Parries that jab away. Beautiful counter shot. They exchange punches. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. They better start respecting each other's punching power. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
punching. Swing and a miss with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punch. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. They exchange punches. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last one. Here we go to the fourth round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice defense on that jab. There's a counter shot. He misses with that jab. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Miss with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. On to the fifth we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The straight right just misses. That jab doesn't score. Good counter punch. punching. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that. On to the 6th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Caution being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab doesn't score. They exchange punches. Hold it right there. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, we know. Here comes round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, my. Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your ball.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
How about that time counter shot? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Good counter punching. Throws the jab, but does not score. That jab misses. Trying to land that jab. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. And the referee will allow this to continue. punches in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
How nervous would you... Whoa, wait a minute! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. They exchange punches. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skill.